And welcome back to another Electronics Experimenters Kit video. PCBWay have kindly sponsored the production of some PCBs to help improve the kit assembly and its looks. And a big shout out to this channel's first sponsor, PCBWay. They've sponsored the PCBs for my Electronic Experimenters Kit to give them a bit more of a professional look. Now, we all know they make PCBs and stencils, but they also do 3D printing and CNC machining. So should your design require a more professional finish, that could be the way to go. Here I'm soldering the pins to the small PCB that holds 1206 size surface mount chips. And at a pinch, 0806, as you can see when I solder the 0806 LEDs towards the end of this section. I've speeded up all the soldering, as it's not that much fun to watch. But I've soldered the following components as a starting point for the kit. 510 ohms, 1K, 10K and 100K resistors, 10 microfarad capacitors and red and blue LEDs. So that's the starting point. Of course, other values will follow and be added as and when needed by the kit. So enjoy. Now we move on to those slippery little transistors. I'll put the SMD transistors on first and then range the pins afterwards. The pins are going to be plugged into a solderless prototype board to provide the alignment of the pins before I solder them, to give me a chance that they'll plug into the sockets in my kit. The transistors are my go-to transistor, an NPN BC847. Well, I say go-to transistor as I've got a box with a few in above my head on the shelf and they're in easy reach, so they get used a lot. Well, swiftly moving on to the interconnecting boards that plug in to the kit baseboard. There's not a lot to say about these, as all they do is connect the components on the board with pins into your circuit and you rearrange them around the pegboard. That's it. What more can you say? Well, if you made it this far, you must be a fan. Right, we're coming on to the final PCB in the collection. This is the one that allows components to be connected at 90 degrees to each other, so you can build up more interesting circuits. And I'm testing the idea of having a board as a connector, so it can be plugged into the baseboard, and the other components can be then plugged on top. And as you can see, I've used headers to hold two of the connectors at right angles to each other, so that I stand a chance of them all fitting in nicely. So, glad you watched, hope you made it to the end, and if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button to see more of the Experimenters kit, and I'll catch you on the next one.